Hi, welcome back to Jen's Addiction. I'm so glad that you came back to see me today. And on this episode, I thought I would tackle something a little bit different. We're getting ready for it to be October here really soon, sooner than I can believe, but it is coming, which means Halloween will be upon us. We have a whole month to celebrate, and I absolutely adore Halloween. So this, if you like Halloween as much as I do, would be a great episode that I hope you will also enjoy. So I'm going to be tackling 31 records that I think would be perfect Halloween decoration on your record wall, your record shelves, or wherever you like to display artwork or pictures or music. Just some fun ideas, something that evokes that feeling of Halloween. And I just love to put things out anyway that kind of look a little bit more spooky, but I really like to kind of keep that theme going through the whole month. And I thought it would just be kind of fun to pull those records in my own collection that I find to have that little bit of an edge and that I would put in my wall. I try to pick 31. I think I have 32. I kind of counted one artist as two, so you'll have to forgive me, but it was really hard to choose. I have so many fun records that I absolutely love, and I don't know, they make me super happy. I could have tons of honorable mentions, but it would sort of, do away with the whole point of trying to keep this to 31, which I kind of did fail. But it's like two. It's a 2-for-1. I mean, when you see it, I will point it out and you'll be like, of course, Jen, because how can you choose? You can't choose. It's hard to choose. So I'm going to go through these records. I'm just going to showcase sort of the fronts because the idea is what we're displaying. Keep in mind, it does not have to do with what is on the record, but in this particular case, just visually what the record looks like. So it's kind of going to be the first time maybe style over substance might be preferred. And I'm going to start with Spooky Halloween. So this is Ghosts and Goblins and Witches meet and have a little bit of a Halloween party. And I think that is a pretty cute and no-brainer, straightforward Halloween album that would be wonderful to put up for any occasion. This one I bought because I'm a huge fan of Lon Chaney Sr. It's called The Vampire at the Harpsichord. It is a direct image of him as Dracula from London After Midnight. It even has his face on the back, Dracula Lives. And I just could not resist such an amazing record. So when I bought it for the cover initially. I did play it later, but I'll talk about that in another show. You can't get much more straightforward on Halloween these days than The Nightmare Before Christmas. I remember when it was not a Halloween or a Christmas favorite. Now I can't imagine a season without it. But I think that, of course, if you own anything related to Nightmare Before Christmas, is sort of a no-brainer. I'm going to end up putting most of these behind me, I think, for the season too. I adore this album cover. It's by Herb Jeffries. Devil is a Woman. It is absolutely fantastic. I mean, just that wonderful, what a great image. I just love the graphics on that one. So I think that is just perfect. This actually was a Boston Pops Orchestra ballet selection, Slaughter on 10th Avenue. And it is something I've listened to. I do like it, but I really did buy it for the album cover because I wanted it to be part of my holiday decor when I put it up. We have a wonderful copy of V for Vendetta. This is the David J album. I really, really love that aesthetically. I just think it's really quite beautiful. I don't know, something about that whole image and the colors. I thought it was great. Another no-brainer, the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I mean, nothing screams the season like Rocky Horror. So I have to think that is a winner. I'm sure many of you own that one. Some good Los Angeles goth, Christian Death, a band that I really, really love. But this iconic album cover from their very first record kind of hits all the marks. I mean, I can't even imagine not having this in my collection, let alone part of the display for the season. We love the Eagles of Death Metal, and I think Hard On is a fun, full color in your face visual, having someone's heart in your hands with those blood red nails. It's a pretty, I don't know, it's a very Halloween-y, spooky kind of look. Again, this one, if you own Brain Salad Surgery, I don't think you can ever go wrong with any kind of H.H. Geiger, I think it's Geiger, artwork. I absolutely adore his work, and I adore the movie Aliens. It is one of my favorites, and I think that could be up all the time. It's just gorgeous. And having said that, of course, as many of you know, one of my absolute favorite albums is Cuckoo by Debbie Harry. And I have a few copies, but who could not want to see such a beautiful image of her, but with those big spikes through her face? I just think it's awesome. So that to me would be an absolute must for the season. This one, Somewhere in Time, Iron Maiden. Many of the Iron Maiden album covers absolutely would work. I just think this one is a lot of fun, and I really like it. It has all those, like the zombie hands and all that kind of stuff coming up. So it's quite a treasure trove visually. This is sort of a no-brainer too to me. Motley Crue, Shout at the Devil. You can kind of get that whole, there we go. Let's see the star, the pentagram star on there. I think this was kind of an album that was quite a stir at the time visually when it came out. I'm sure many people did not approve. Mad, Bad, and Dangerous to Know from Dead or Alive. I think that is another beautiful, beautiful image, but definitely a gothic, spooky feel that I think is perfect for any Halloween display wall. One of my favorite bands, Joy Division, and Closer. I mean, that, I forget where that was shot, which cemetery or that would have been our monument. I think that is just beautiful. Duran Duran released Dance Macabre a few years ago. It's even got your Ouija board on the inside, but that very spooky, ghostly image on the front, I think is fantastic. Another one that is also a favorite of mine is Head on the Door by The Cure, but I do think that is an absolute perfect visual for that time of year. So this would definitely be one of the first. I just spoke about Viva Sex 6 from Skinny Puppy on one of my previous videos, but I do not believe any album you own that has any sort of X-ray imagery on it is a win. I mean, I think you could not go wrong with anything like that. So I would be putting that up for sure. I will be putting that up. Learn to Whap a Dang with the Raunch Hands. I just think this is a crazy album cover. I can't even, on so many levels, but nothing says kind of oddly spooky. I mean, a dude with an axe and a poor woman. And I mean, that's just, I don't know. I think it's crazy and I love it. Plasmatics, Butcher Baby. I think just his image alone, even if that was like a standalone on a 45, that's like Pulp Fiction meets, I don't know. I mean, that is just crazy. I think that is just visually perfect for any kind of display. If you own Son of Schmielsen, I would say pull that out. That is a total Dracula reference. You can't go wrong there. So I think that is a win for sure. If you have the poster inside, I'd pull the poster out and display it too. The Disco Oddities of Witch Queen. I know somebody, when I displayed this on a previous show before, it said they bought it just like I did, thinking maybe it was heavy metal or something, and you could not be more wrong. It is not a heavy metal album, but a visually stunning album for the season. So now we're up to the two records that I picked as one, because I couldn't decide. They're both by the Misfits. The first one is Legacy of Brutality, which I just think is so iconic. I mean, just look, everything about the Misfits is just a favorite for me. Where Eagles Dare is one of my absolute all-time favorite Misfits songs. So I pulled that one, and then I was like, but I can't just pull that one because Die, Die, My Darling is my other favorite. I mean, my goodness, I cannot imagine. That is so fantastic, that use of the EC comic book photos on the front, and I just absolutely love this one on so many levels, but that is a visual no-brainer to me. Depeche Mode's Memento Mori. So remember, Misfits were two. It's like, well, they were one, but I showed two. That was my cheater. Memento Mori from Depeche Mode, all-time favorite band, wonderful record. Can't say enough good things about that one. Anytime you give me some Frank Frazetta art, and this time it's Expect No Mercy from Nazareth, I am quite a fan. I think that is a beautiful Frazetta painting that they use reference for. So you have any of the Molly Hatchet covers too, I think those would be fantastic. This is a ballet theater orchestra. I picked this up. I mean, it does have a Leonard Bernstein on it, but really when I first saw it, it was that visual of her going for that axe, these people over in the corner who probably don't know what's about to hit them, and just the most stunning colors. I love those colors. This kind of shades of green are some of my absolute all-time favorites. And so to me, that is sort of an unexpected, creepy look to it. I like more of a, I don't know, would that be like a Victorian Gothic Halloween? And that kind of starts to have that sort of edge to it. Famous Monsters Speak, classic Frankenstein and Dracula and their little posse of friends down there below. I like to say the original Monster Squad. So I think that is an absolute win. Damned Phantasmagoria, one of my all-time favorite albums by one of my all-time favorite bands, but you cannot go wrong displaying this anytime, let alone during Halloween. And I'm a fan of crows. I love crows. I love collecting crows. And this has some of those wonderful little crow touches and things on the back, but it's the front image, of course. Maybe you put it right next to that Dead or Alive record and put that on display. And then The Damned again for A Night of a Thousand Vampires. This has a beautiful poster in it, but just the artwork on this, I think, is so stunning. I think it's a feast for the eyes, not to mention the ears, but this just could be absolutely perfect to put up. And this next one, my last two rather, but this next one is a favorite by one of my favorite bands, but you can't get much better than Poison Ivy Rorschach holding the head of Lux Interior. I mean, that is a pretty zombified, spooky look for Fiends of Dope Island. There is the back, but it is the front in all of its glory that I think makes a perfect display. And that brings us to our very last option. If you have this record, as many of you in my age bracket probably do, and as you can tell, I do have a few of them, The Chilling Thrilling Sounds of the Haunted House, put out by Disney. This is a reissue. I cannot tell you guys, I just adore this record so much, but visually, to me, it screams everything about Halloween. It makes me happy and smile every time I see it, and I can't imagine a Halloween record display without this on my shelf. And the good news is if you don't have one, you could probably find one for a couple bucks. I have found some for as low as $1. This is one I grab every time I see it because it just absolutely warms my heart and makes me smile. So I love it. So there you go. 31 Halloween themed albums and album covers that I think everybody should own. But if you do own, I think would make perfect displays for your record collections this Halloween season. And hopefully you guys agree with me, but maybe not. So put in the comments below some of your favorite display records for this time of year. I would love to know what maybe I've missed, maybe something else I could go digging through in my own collection to pull out and put on display, because there are a lot more. I do have other options. I just couldn't put them all up, and I didn't have enough time to do all the honorable mentions that I would love to do and put together. So again, remember, it's about record visuals, not about the record itself. So just keep that in mind when you're choosing. But again, put in the comments below what you would choose. And if you have not chosen to like and subscribe my channel yet, I certainly hope you will now. I really appreciate it. Every little bit helps and kind of gives me the confidence and strength to keep on going. And I just think it's a ton of fun. And I think we have fun here on my channel. And hopefully all of you that have subscribed already agree. So thank you. Thank you for tuning back in and for kind of showing your faith in me by hitting like and subscribe. I really do appreciate it. So until next time, I hope you're spinning some great tunes and pulling some amazing, spooky, ghoulish covers for your upcoming Halloween display if you choose to make one. I cannot wait to hear what you all come up with. Have an amazing Halloween season, and I will be back with some more ghoulish goodness. Until then, see you guys. Bye-bye.